let's put the pedal to the metal and get this started. Oh man, we're back.
And I'm so young.
Oh
Standing
yeah.
on my 10 toes, I stay strong, and so I still move on, no matter what goes on. Started from a far place,
Wefobz the
moving on,
podcast.
because I started from a far place. I'm all about the money making.
Yes.
Don't got time for any hate, no. Trying to go see different places, because I started from a far place. I'm all about the money making. I don't got time for any hate.
Welcome, everyone and all. You are keeping it right here, or you are tuning in to Wefobz the Podcast with Chieflott.
Yes, sir.
And guysosmooth. This is another edition. It's been a while, Chief. I mean, we're on episode 7, but a lot of IRL in real life things took place.
Yeah, it's been real busy, bro. I'm excited. to get back on. Like, oh man, I actually missed it.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be hearing a lot about those things in this the episode for today, tonight, whatever time you are, whatever time zone you're listening to this from. We in it. Wefobz the podcast. Well, disclaimer. This podcast and everything you see and hear on here or listen to is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We repeat, the disclaimer is that everything you hear and listen to and watch on Wefobz the podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not advisors of any kind, and we're just here to entertain and educate you if we can. Woo! Chief,
Yes,
take
sir.
it away on your end. You know what's up.
Yeah, man. Wefobz Mission, man. We got to make sure everybody understands what we're trying to get across to everybody. Wefobz is here to promote and encourage the changing of negative mindsets, stigmas, situations, and encounters into positive outcomes.
Beautiful.
Good vibes, cool vibes, island vibes, Wefobz vibes.
Man, talking about Wefobz vibes, yeah, we were talking about in real life things keeping us held down. Sorry, everyone. We are apologizing for the delay in putting out this podcast. I mean, we had so much to do. I mean, Chief, what were you talking about? I know you were going to fill us in. What's going on?
For real, there's just so much going on building the Wefobz enterprise platform. There's so many in the back end stuff that we're working on that we don't have that much time. At least I don't. I'm trying to. I really miss the podcast. I really want to get up here and talk and stuff like that and share our thoughts. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming for 2023. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Yeah. It goes really fast, man.
Yes, sir. But, everybody, please understand. Yes, it is the holidays. Yes, Merry Christmas. We want you all to be having a great Christmas. And if you aren't having a great Christmas, don't be stuck there, left alone, feeling down and blue. We got you. Hit us up.
We'll respond. We'll be your friends.
Yes, we'll be your friends. Come on. Couple of coconuts.
No one gets left behind.
Talking with you should brighten up anybody's day, right?
Well, I agree.
Chief, man, let's get into the meat of what we wanted to talk about for this podcast. We want to keep you all interested, but we're starting to focus a lot more on our goal towards financial freedom, and on that path to financial freedom, we want to start unlocking like career hacks, life hacks. If you in the new generation terms, what is it? Generation Z? Generation what? What generation is this?
It's time to make that money.
That generation. Actually, yes, that's what we want to talk about. So today we want to talk about what we wish we knew about finances at age 18. Mind you, we're a couple of very ripe coconuts.
That's a good one.
And this one is, this one is for other ripe coconuts, and then it's also for the young up and coming coconuts, which in Samoan language we call them what? New? What?
Yeah, the little news, man.
Those new. Man, I got a bunch of that stuff that I want to talk about what I wish I knew about finances before 18, but I'm gonna hand it your way, Chief. Talk to me. What did you wish you knew about finances when you were at the age of 18?
You know what? There's so many that I wanted to write everything down so I can make sure we pinpoint everything, but I didn't get a chance to. But definitely, I wish I paid a little more attention to the financing earlier side of things, so that the money that I received, I put it in the right places, spent it correctly. I really wish I knew how to, well, first make money, and then how to spend money and then invest in your money. Man, as ripe as our coconuts are, man, I pretty much feel like it was just meant to be this way, because the platforms on the digital side of things is really the biggest opportunities that I have seen. And that was during our 90s, like when
don't give it away. We're not that right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're that right. He already dropped the 90s. Come on. Shout out to all our 90s and back people.
Ripe coconuts.
Right?
I like that. I was good.
Oh man. Okay.
I really did wish I could have, I really wish my parents spent a little more time teaching me a little bit about finances. My dad actually owned a store, in his 30s, in the city of San Francisco. He had a little office.
San Francisco.
He had a little office doing some tax work for the community, for the Samoan community. And some nice refreshments inside there. It's pretty cool. Really wish he took. It wasn't until just recently I finally got to ask him, and he finally educated me on like the whole back end of how this whole thing unfolded for him. He pursued the tax industry and got his master's, and then right after his bachelor's, that's when he kind of opened his freelance service, got a little office out there, and just started helping out the Samoan people.
Shout out to Chieflott Senior.
Right. And then ended up going straight to Samoa. So, right after that, closed shop and moved it to Samoa.
So
what I was trying to say was I kind of wish that my parents spent a little more time expressing and explaining those moves they were doing in such a young age.
That actually brings up a good point. I mean, if we even reach out to our community, from the oceanic region, I don't think parents really, their mind focus is on the finance part.
Seriously.
It is to them, but I think in the terms of their kids, that like when passing on the knowledge or whatever, the wisdom to the kids about finance, they're in a totally different planet. They're not thinking that way, right? That's probably what you're trying to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you're getting at?
Sorry, I just went blank there. Is there any technical problems going in there? Like, I thought you skipped or something, bro.
Oh no, I thought you skipped too. It's all good, dude. But I don't know. Is somebody listening in on this conversation? Are we being hacked?
Who?
No. You never can tell. I don't know. There was also a couple of releases that said the solar flares were causing some kind of interruption with communications. That might be it, bro. Solar flares, something we can't control.
I don't know what the hell solar flares are, but pretty sure you know what you're talking about.
They're actually explosions from the sun that happen that wrecks radio wave frequency and electronics. I'm just saying, well, I don't know. Yeah, you froze on my end and I froze on your end. That's kind of creepy. Might also be just my internet connection, or I don't know. Sheesh. Okay. Moving on. Here's what I thought. It's my turn to kind of lay down what I figured I'd want to learn about finances. What I wish I knew at age 18. Man, I wish I knew the whole part about investing. Like you hit on it. I wanted to know. I wish at age 18, I really knew the importance of investing then, getting in early, right? At our ripe coconut age, we're getting in now. There is a saying, better late than never. But when I look back at it, if I really, really put the importance on investing back when I was 18 or even younger than 18, I know by now I would have reached that financial freedom goal a long time ago.
Were you working? When did you start working back when you were 18?
It was actually a school to work program in Chaminade University. I was working for the audiovisual AV department, under my I called him Mr. Steve. I can't remember. I forgot his last name. I have his last name somewhere. Was my first boss. Shout out to Mr. Steve. I don't know. I have lost contact with him. It's been so many ripe ages ago.
You mind me asking how much were you making at the time? Do you know? Do you remember?
I think a paycheck was every 2 weeks after taxes, probably 500. I'd say about 400 to 500, but it was a part-time job too. Yeah, so I wasn't working full-time.
So you made about $2,000 more than I did.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, because I was working at Crystal Burgers in Samoa. That was the first job I got when I was 17. No, 18 actually. I was getting paid $2.50 an hour.
Yeah, $2.50. Damn. Yeah. I mean, American Samoa, U.S. territory back then, the minimum wage was $1 something, $1 something, and this was back in
the old days.
We would say 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, I made about $400 a month, and by the end of the year, I made about little under $5,000, so like $4,800.
Yeah, see, while you were working then, I just started college my freshman year. That's how I got into that school to work program. I'm so grateful for that program. But man, then you talk about it, even at those ages, the wages for us back in the Oceanic region, Pacific region, even in the Samoa, it was tough. Money was low. I mean,
what was your first biggest pay when you first that you were just excited about?
Man, to be honest, when I got the refund on my what's that thing? Financial aid, dude. That was the first biggest check, of course, right? Everybody knows when that financial aid hits.
Everybody's
That was the first time I've ever seen that much money.
I actually thought I was like close to a millionaire for some reason. Yeah. And I think I collected financial aid whenever we received them, like $35,000 to $4,000, I believe.
True.
I had to go to to one of the check places and cash it out in cash. Put it in my wallet,
bro. But you know what? This brings up a warning though for a lot of people going to college nowadays. I think they already know, But then there's the islanders. There's people from our region. If you're about to go to college, this is a warning to all of you. Be careful on how you accept your financial aid. There's financial aid that deals with loans, and loans you have to pay back. We'll be right back after these messages. So Wefobz is brought to you by Wefobz Enterprise, and we're talking about the Wefobz Nation store. You're gonna definitely want to check out the Wefobz Nation store. There's a bunch of things over there that you probably want to pick up. The Wefobz Nation store sells a lot of things that Wefobz Nation members are interested in. Check it out. We've got cool merchandise over there. We've got also things pertaining to, interests such as anime, utensils from the kitchen, whatever. The whole friggin' lot of them. We also got bestseller section in that Wefobz Nation store. In our bestseller section, you can find everything that Wefobz Nation members usually order on sites such as Amazon and so forth. We are an Amazon affiliate, so whenever you're clicking or you're buying something from our Wefobz Nation store's bestseller section, you're definitely investing into Wefobz. And there you have it, Wefobz at wefobz.io. Wefobz. Well, right now they're fighting over, man, that whole thing about don't even get into the I'm going to say it, but I don't want to get into the drama about the whole financial aid and loan situation that they had back then, giving a bunch of 17 to 18-year-olds access to that much money and saying, here, we'll loan this money out to you without responsibilities. That's what the government's trying to check all these other loan companies on. That's a whole different story. But these are things I wish we knew back in, the age 18. I wish there was more focus and more importance being put on the very important aspect of finance education. I wish they taught us finance education as early as our elementary years. The earlier we should have known them. I mean, they did teach us how to add and subtract, and it was like they taught us about money and stuff. But I'm kind of in the point where now they should put an important focus on that. The importance of the US dollar.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of crazy. My younger kids are actually learning when I started in high school in elementary.
Yeah.
So and not so much finances, but math, which has a lot to do with finance.
Oh man. Keep going. I'm listening.
Yeah, and then after that, I actually mine was not the financial aid. It was really like my first paying American job. I got paid $10 an hour. And I thought, woo, that is a lot of money right there. My first paycheck, oh man, it was almost $1,000. Like, we're cutting the taxes, but like gross is like $800. That was just like, I am rich. It doubled what I made in a month.
Right? I mean, access to that much money, and then what did you do with it?
I did the same thing I did with the first one. Just start giving it away and, treating everybody. Go eat out, go party, the whole nine, bro.
And that's why we're talking about the subject we're talking about right now. Everyone, Wefobz is talking about what we wish we knew at 18. Because if we knew about investing, if we knew about taxes, if we knew about stretching the dollar, saving effectively, we definitely would be on our goal for financial freedom. We didn't even know what the hell financial freedom was back then. I wish we knew about this phrase, financial freedom, back during our early ages.
From $400 a month to 4 times that, $1,600 a month. That was a large jump, man.
Yeah, dude, man. And this is what
I really
Don't you?
do. Yeah, man, I'm frustrated. Like, I really wish like someone knew what the hell they're doing,
Or even taught us about it. I mean,
yeah.
okay, I will be honest. There was access to the information. I mean, in high school, for me, they had a business club. They had a business club that taught stuff about this. But I just think it should have been even done earlier if the education system for the U.S. could have focused more on finances earlier. Because when you grow up in life, it's all about paying the bills, paying the taxes, and trying to get ahead using this tool we call money, which is, man, let's keep it real. It's the U.S. dollar. It's the U.S. dollar now. It is the U.S. dollar. Has been and always will be for a couple more years until, I don't know, some other superpower comes along. But I really do wish back in those days, someone came along and helped us out with that, with where to put our money and how to use it. It was like you said.
Bro, yeah. You know what's funny too, then just kind of thinking about this? I think religion scared the crap out of me when it came to money too back in the day.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. How would they always like, money is ruler of all evil?
Oh, ouch.
Like,
Yeah.
like so it's not until you grow older you realize that, like, well, if you don't have money to survive, like pay your bills and stuff like that, I mean, that's the first step, right? Before,
Yeah.
and then, shouldn't you have like a whole ton of money before you can push that down people's throat and tell them that, because when it came to money, I wasn't smart about spending it, man. It was all about giving it out, like giving the money out, giving it to someone who needs help. Give my last dollar.
Especially within our community.
That was the mentality I had back then. I'll give you the last, I'll give you my shirt, bro.
Bro, once again, it just highlights the importance for the need of finance education for early day people, early coconuts, early news, the news out there. This is what we wish we knew. I mean, for you, man, you were already thinking that thing. By that time, I was still naive to money, bro. Like, I was naive to everything. Just living, trying to get my best life in. Helping out the family at times, giving out the love, but none of my mindset went into, man, I should be okay, I'll be honest, I was good at saving. Like, I was one of those that would pick a penny up anywhere that I found. I used to have, and I think I still do, have big jars of pennies, dimes, nickels. Yeah. I collect them. I'm a collector of that stuff. But because there was the Sesame Street show back when I was young. Save a penny a day and you can put it away. They would do a rhyme saying, a penny a day is a penny earned. Those were good things that they were teaching. Okay, so that was a little bit of finance education. But I just wish they had more to teach. And, man, when you bring in religion, if you like, they're telling you, they're scaring you with money is the root to all evil, but they get it wrong because the whole statement really is the love of money is the root to all evil. And then you think about it beyond it, man, how do you think the freaking bricks on the damn church was made? Or excuse my French. You needed money to get it done.
It almost seems like the propaganda around finances too was always
taboo.
Taboo, but it always it also made it look like, well, at least from the United States, for me, it just felt like the money wasn't for us. Like, you know what I mean? We're the poor people. We're the people that don't deserve to have that kind of money.
Man, that gets into the whole new drama right there that other people are fighting against, man. Like, the top 1% is what they call it versus the middle class, and then the lower class. Why are there classes? Why are there 3 different classes, right?
I didn't know that. When I made decent money, I didn't know my entire life I was in the no class bracket.
Well, you get where I'm coming from, bro? Like,
no, I got
this stuff that we need, we wish we knew back at age 18. But then again, I also have to say that for us, not the ones now, not the youngins now, not the young coconuts now, but for us from those days, it was access to information because the internet was just new, just right coming out with sharing information. We had email that went it went like remember that dial up? The email was you hit send and you would wait like probably half a day for that email to get to the other side. Now I just put it to you on the chat, or I'll put it to you like within seconds or milliseconds, and you're seeing everything.
Yeah.
The advancement in the technology.
Technology is, has a big influence in that, because technology wasn't, because that's one of the things I would have like told myself at 18, like, focus on the technology or put some effort in there or minor in it.
Well, let's get this, let's put some points through. Like, this is stuff that we wish we knew by age 18, according to you and I, right?
Yeah.
I say I wish we had finance education. I wish we knew about taxes, like the importance of getting, how to do your taxes back then.
Yeah.
I wish I knew about investing. I definitely wish I knew about stocks and friggin' crypto. If I had a chance to buy friggin' Bitcoin at a very good price, but especially Bitcoin, but that went out the door. I wish I knew about how to spend money rather than, how to save money rather than spend it. And also learning a technical skill, like how people say you can learn to be a plumber and stuff like that. I wish somebody told me about that, because that's also an access to a pretty good money earning tool. And then on your end, you're like things you want to learn about, right?
Yeah, I wish I knew the difference between mutual funds and 401k.
Right.
Stock market, the difference between ETFs and index funds. And the biggest one, bro, with all them falavlavas going on in the Samoan community, I really wish I understood what life insurance is.
Could you, for our non-English, non-Samoan speaking audience, explain falavlavi? It's like
culturally,
it's a cultural ceremony of giving that we are obligated to participate in as members of a family clan. That's an obligation, a cultural obligation that we have.
And essentially, we're basically on the financial support of things is to help out with funeral expenses, right?
Yes, funeral expenses, and then there's weddings too, and then there's even birthdays, and then there's crowning of chieftains. All of that involves giving, and all of the giving involves money, and that's why we call it the falavlavi in the Samoan tradition. And a lot of people get hit with the real heavy burden of trying to get money together for these things. We wish we knew, ways to soften that burden, is what Chief is talking about.
My parents had life insurance over 40 plus years, and they didn't spend a spick of a moment to explain this to me back in,
None. Even now, my parents haven't told me about any life insurance stuff. Now I had to learn on my own.
The biggest lesson was we put our money in the bank and have a savings account, right?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know anything about life insurance, that you can have a life policy to take care of your funeral expenses and borrow that money to help pay some bills and get ahead of the game. And then put your money right back in there and let it be a saving, your own bank kind of going in circles, like, holy crap.
We should do a whole segment on that, bro. Actually, we will get to that.
We're no experts. I'm no expert. I'm just dabbing everything, right, bro? So, but we do, for the Wefobz podcast, we do have accredited people, specialists in these fields that can talk more about these topics. For us, it's pure entertainment, bro.
It is entertainment and education, bro, at the same time. Right?
Experiences, yeah. So, yeah, but that was
Woo.
I knew about that when I was 18, but then again, I was a little dummy too, man. You know what I mean? I probably couldn't comprehend it too at the time. It's pretty complex when it comes to financing as well.
True that. So that was a lot to say, and it's a lot to get off our chest for that. We hope that everyone kind of understood where we're coming from with this podcast and trying to get it out to you. It's just a bunch of things we wish we knew about finances at the age of 18, because it helps to review these parts of our lives as Chief and I are on our way towards our goal of financial freedom, and it's a journey we're love having you all on. Chief, I mean, it's coming down to that moment, bro. So you have any shout outs you want to give before we start wrapping things up?
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I can't wait till New Year's to come. Lots of new things coming. Very excited.
I'm gonna second what Chief says. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Can't wait till the New Year's gets here. A lot of things to look forward to in 2023. And once again, we're saying if you're feeling down and out, come on, join the Wefobz Nation. We're putting out the call.
Hang out with us, man. Bunch of coconuts.
We